Hi everybody. In this video I am answering the question from caregivers who say, who pays for 24-hour nursing home care? Now this question relates to a permanent long-term care stay, meaning that a parent or an individual cannot live at home even with the assistance from family or paid caregivers. So who are people who typically need 24-hour nursing home care? Well, these people may be diagnosed with dementia and need ongoing supervision because they're not safe to live alone. And the caregivers may be at a point where they are burned out and exhausted. And maybe sometimes the care is just too much. Maybe the person is awake all night. Maybe they're incontinent. Maybe there are behavioral issues. There does get to be a point where sometimes caring for a loved one, as much as a caregiver wants to do it, becomes too much. Another reason a person may need 24-hour nursing home care may be that they have a lot of medical conditions that need ongoing, constant, regular medical attention. So for example, a person with a heart condition like congestive heart failure may have circulatory issues in their lower legs, and this means that their legs swell. And as a result of the swelling, they have these open, weeping wounds that need to be wrapped and have ongoing care and attention every day. And so if the wounds are not taken care of, the legs can become seriously infected, and this person could die. Well, this person may not be able to wrap the wounds themselves. They may not have a family member nearby who can come do this. And they may not be able to afford to pay for care in the home. So a person with this type of condition or other conditions may really benefit from being in a nursing home. Other people who end up in nursing homes are people who are in and out of the hospital, who may be diabetic or have other conditions that they really just can't manage. And so being in a nursing home makes more sense, so that they're not in and out of the hospital all the time. Other people may have been in a serious accident. Maybe they were in a car accident and had a brain injury, and they're paralyzed, and they need physical care to move about. So for all these reasons, many caregivers say, well, who does pay for all of this care in a nursing home? So if the person's over age 65, mostly we're talking about elderly people, Medicare will pay for the first 20 days and then may pay for an additional 100 days if this person qualifies based on what's called medical need. This is based on the insurance company approving the days. And it's important that you keep track of these 20 days and the 100 days, because if the person leaves the hospital and leaves the nursing home, the person has to be out for at least 60 days with no hospitalization and no nursing home stay for those days to reset. And so the truth is, nobody wants to live in a nursing home. But the reality is that a lot of people do live in a nursing home and receive 24-hour care. So in the event of somebody needing 24-hour care, how on earth do you pay for this, right? Well, if your loved one has private savings or retirement money or owns a home, you pay for it with your money and your savings. If you purchase long-term care insurance can pay for 24-hour care in a nursing home. If you've exhausted all of the options, you have used your long-term care insurance, you spent every penny you have, then your state Medicaid program pays for 24-hour care in a nursing home. So here's the thing. Most people don't think about ever ending up in a nursing home. A lot of people don't want to talk about health or aging or needing care when they get older. But the best way to deal with this potential question is to have discussions in your family, with your spouse, with your children, now. If you don't have a plan for your care when you have more complicated medical situations or needs, now is the time to plan for that care and to talk about it. The minute you or a parent are admitted to a hospital and then possibly to a nursing home. And you might have to stay there for an extended period of time. Have the conversation. How do we pay for this? How does this work? What does the state Medicaid program look like? What does an application look like? How long does it take? Talk about all the logistics. Meet with the care staff at the nursing home to talk about the fact that, is it going to be realistic for me to go home, or am I going to have to stay here? What are the time frames? How does Medicare pay for it? Am I going to have to look at Medicaid? If you haven't done any estate planning, talk to an estate planning attorney, a probate attorney, an elder law attorney. Get your medical and financial power of attorney documents done. Get your living will documents done. Get your will or trust documents done. The more prepared you can be when questions about 24-hour care come up, the better. The more that you can plan today for possibly needing 24-hour care, the better. Because then you will have the answer to who pays for 24-hour care in a nursing home? How does it work? How does Medicare work? How does Medicaid work? How do I plan for all of this so I'm not rushing into it at the last minute in a crisis because my parent had a health issue? If you're an adult child worried about having to pay for 24-hour care for a parent, I actually have a video on this called How to Avoid Paying for My Elderly Parent's Nursing Home Bill. The link to that video is below this video. So my best advice is, as a caregiver or an adult who may potentially need nursing home care, it's important to learn about all this. How Medicare works, how Medicare Advantage programs work, how Medicaid works. Do your research into these programs, because really there is nothing except private funds and long-term care insurance that pays for 24-hour care in a nursing home besides Medicaid. And planning for Medicaid can take planning. There's a 5-year look-back period. There's a lot of considerations for family members. So investigate it early, often. Make sure that you have conversations in your family and make a commitment to come up with alternative plans for when you or a loved one needs care. You will be much less stressed, you will have options, and you'll be able to make better decisions. If you're unsure about all of this, there is a program on my website. It's 8 modules. It goes through every aspect of taking care of aging parents. It's free. The link is below. You can also contact me to schedule a one-on-one care consultation in 30 or 60 minutes. I can walk you through just about everything related to caregiving and aging and financial and legal matters. I've been working in this industry for 25 years as a professional caregiver, and today I help families navigate. I'm Pamela D Wilson. I thank you all so much for being here. Please, again, like this video, follow my channel, comment, even if it's only to say thank you. You're welcome to share your care stories. I do respond to every comment. And I look forward to seeing you all in another video.